Let's prepare native rice, the local version of Nigerian party jollof. This meal is best enjoyed when it is poured into a big tray and everyone starts eating from that one tray. It tastes so delicious. To achieve this native rice, you're going to be needing some beef, some tomatoes, and shombo pepper. Mangala fish, this is a roasted catfish, some Scotch bonnet peppers, our Nigerian rice. I'm also using some plantain, is not a must. Scent leaf, some red onions, and our Ogiri Okpei. Some seasoning cubes. I forgot to show my crayfish and my salt, but we are going to be seeing that in the main video. The first thing I have to do is to wash my meat. I washed my meat thoroughly with salty water. You can as well go ahead and wash your meat with lemon or vinegar, but salt is actually okay. After the first wash, I went over to wash it 2 more times and they are all clean. For this recipe, I'm using 8 pieces of beef and 3 balls of onions. I'm going to be sharing how I used these onions in preparing this meal. Into my pan, I'll go in with my beef. Then I seasoned with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1/4 ball of onions already sliced, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, then 1 seasoning cube. If you want your beef to come out really yummy, I would advise you don't add any water at first. Just go ahead and stir up everything so that all the ingredients you've added will soak in. The meat will absorb all the ingredients very well. Cover and cook for a minute. Cook on a very low heat. Coming back, you will see that the meat have released its own juice. So I covered again and allowed the juice to dry up a little bit before coming back to add more water. So I'm going to leave the meat to cook for 45 minutes on a very low heat while I prep other things. For the quantity of rice I'm cooking, I am going to be using 3 tomatoes, 13 pieces of shombo pepper, and 3 Scotch bonnet peppers for my pepper mix. I like to deseed my peppers, apart from the fact that I don't want the slight bitterness that comes from it. It also helps me to know which pepper is good on the inside and which one is bad. I'll go ahead and add the remaining 2 1/4 balls of onions to my pepper mix. The other half that is remaining, I'm just going to set it aside for later. I'm going to go ahead and pound 1 cup of crayfish with my Ogiri Okpei. The only way to dissolve your Ogiri Okpei is to add water to it while pounding, and that is why I added water to my crayfish and Ogiri Okpei. I like to wash my dried fish with hot water and salt, because most times when you buy dried fish from the market, you tend to find some small maggot inside, but when you use hot water, the heat will locate them wherever they are hiding. Deal with them and take them out instantly. So my main ingredients, I'm going to soak my rice with hot boiling water. I am going to allow it to soak for 10 minutes. So for this recipe, I am using 3 cups of Nigerian short grain rice. While my rice is soaking, I'll go ahead and peel my plantain, slice them and set them aside for frying. Today's shout out is for Kusinje. I hope I pronounced the name properly. Thank you so much for commenting. You are definitely going to love it. Please don't forget to invite me so that I'll come and have a taste. 10 minutes later, I checked back on my rice. By this time, the quantity of the rice have increased. I went ahead to sieve out the water, washed multiple times until the water runs clear. Next, I went ahead to slice up my already washed scent leaf. After prepping all the preparables, if there is anything like that, now let the main cooking begin. Into my dry pot, I'll go in with my original palm oil. I don't want the oil to bleach, so immediately I went in with my blended onions. I am going to fry this until I start to perceive that nice aroma. Then I'll go in with my blended pepper mix. For this recipe, I am using 1 cup of palm oil. I allowed that to fry for 5 to 6 minutes. Then I went in with my dried fish, stirred up everything because I wanted the taste of the dried fish to start releasing itself into my pot. Then I went in with my stock water, my blended crayfish and okpei, mixed everything together. For this recipe, I am using 4 cups of water, 4 seasoning cubes and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I covered and allowed this to cook for 25 minutes on a low heat. This is the time that the neighbors know that something yummy is happening in the background. You people think I was able to resist the urge of tasting this before showing you people? I failed that test, honestly. Once I add my scent leaf, I don't cover my pot anymore. I'll just stir up everything together because the heat in the rice will be able to cook the scent leaf.